Definitely be looking out for that.
That's beautiful. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, now you mentioned
Breakfast Club TV. We here live with your man Brandon Michaels. Let's go.
you mentioned radio. Now, how did you get into the radio thing?
Oh man, I got a story for you. Okay, I got a story for you. Radio. I got in radio with my man, a childhood friend, my man Doobie. His pops, big ups to Moody's Records in the Bronx, one of the longest and legendary record spots. He had he was doing a time slot, and he actually needed some help with it. You know what I'm saying? So his pops was willing to he wanted to do a hip hop, like a all hip hop segment on an all reggae station. You know what I mean? And for people that is in New York and stuff like that, you know that's at that time that really wasn't accepted too well. You know what I mean? A lot of people from the Caribbean, they want their music. They want their Caribbean music, and that's it. Don't give them nothing else. They want what they want. So we had to be extremely delicate with it and do it in the right way and kind of flip it and bounce it and come with it real cool. So my man, he was kind of nervous. He was like, "Yo, B, I saw you on a night in the town joint. I know you do your thing. Yo, I need some help with this." I said, "Fam, I ain't never did radio a day in my life." You know what I mean? But me having that attitude, thinking I could do anything, man, I could make anybody laugh, listen, or bug out. So he was like, "Whatever." I didn't tell him I was scared. You know what I'm saying? I was freaking out. You know what I'm saying? So this was on a Saturday night. He calls me. I come downstairs. We shoot out to New Rochelle. The show was Link Up, and we get it in, man. They introduced me live on the joint, and that was, I think, with me, when the switches go on, and it's time for that action to take place. I feel more comfortable that way. So my man Doobie, he was there. We had the DJ in the booth, and I was on the mic. And I guess Doobie at one point was going to be like, since he was freaking out, my man, he assumed that I was going to freak out, and I didn't. And the gentleman introduced me. He said, we here live in New York with Brandon Michaels. And it's something about when I hear my name, like I just feel good, like I deserve that spot because I'm working for it. And I was like, yeah, I'm here. What's up? What's up, New York? How y'all doing? We're gonna take y'all on this ride. And we flipped it, man. We brought them. I did old school. We did some new school. I brought them. I was playing by Kim, Slick, Rick. We brought them Old Mary J. You know what I'm saying? Searching for a real love, and we had it in, man. And I had so many callers from the whole Caribbean crowd was like, they was like, go. Just go, keep it on, and it was so beautiful, man. And we wound up, instead of doing it for an hour, we did it for 2 hours, and we wound up being that #1 time slot, and we wound up being one of the #1 shows on that station, and we did it for a good 2 years, man. And that was a beautiful thing. That, in my opinion, is when I knew that's what I needed to do, man, because like I love being on air. I love talking to my listeners. I just think we relate to each other, you know what I'm saying? I ain't fronting, they ain't fronting. They want something genuine. I feel like I could give them, that genuine, that voice, you know what I'm saying? And I could talk to them and just give them the music that they want to hear, man, and get it in and become one of them, man. So I just, take it light, you know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
I know that the rumor has it that you have hip hop royalty very close to you in your family. Is this true, or is this something that's?
Oh, you talking about Tito, my uncle? Yeah. What you want to do with it? What you want to do?
How did that come about? Like, what I mean.
How did it come about?
I know that's your relative, but like, what's the link between
Tito is my mom's nephew. That's my mom's nephew, or whatever. Big Tito from the Fearless Four, the legendary Fearless Four. I gotta say it right. Big Tito from the legendary Fearless Four. So all them records did they thing. You know what I'm saying? He killed me right now because I'm trying to remember one of the joints. Problems, 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 problems of the world today. Yeah, that was my uncle and them. That was his crew. They did their thing, the Fearless Four. You know what I'm saying? And big ups to them in that whole time. That's when hip hop was so flavorful, and it was just finding out who it was. And the Fearless was one of the first groups that had a major deal back then. You know what I'm saying? And it had major management. You know what I'm saying? So I want to definitely point that out, man. So, like I said, seeing what my uncle was doing and how he was putting it in and his hard work. And that's another thing, boys and girls. To all you upcoming rappers and all that, listen. When it's time for y'all to do a show, stop looking at these dudes you see now performing on these whack-ass BET Awards and MTV Awards. Go get the old school cats, because they put on a show. And they not just walking across the stage holding their privates. They putting on a show. And that's why you see guys like, the great Sean Puffy Combs. He puts on a show when he performs. The great Busta Rhymes. These cats put on a show. The Fugees, KRS-One, the legend. They put on shows. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be, the God Rakim and just walk back and forth because you that dude. Everybody can't do that. You know what I mean? Everybody can't be Cube, Ice Cube, the great Ice Cube. So you got to incorporate a show. And these cats put on shows, man. And I love that, man. I was a shorty. You know what I'm saying? I was a shorty just watching. And I had an opportunity through my uncle to meet a lot of dudes that I looked up to. One of the dudes that I looked up to, everybody knows, of course, Rakim. That's the guard. The DJ, Eric B. I had a chance to actually talk to him on the phone on a few occasions. That's a real dude. Straight up. And he's a real G. Straight up. Eric B. A real G. Drez, that's another good dude from Black Sheep. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite lyricists of all time. I had a chance, to party with him. He's a good dude, man. So many cats that I met, through that situation, man. And just being around, my uncle and stuff like that and coming up. And, my uncle just showed me that love. And I was just there. You know what I'm saying? I was just there. So, yes, that you're on point with. Definitely on point. Y'all did your homework. I ain't mad at y'all on that one.
Now with your uncle, Big Tito, now, you're saying that you were there. Were you there as if you were hanging with them, or were you there, did you work with them? Did you? Yeah.
When I was, as a child, I wasn't really working, seeing with them like that. But as I got older and, I went off to school and I left New York and I went off to just, discover the world. You know what I'm saying? I came back, it was like, damn, my nephew's grown. Like, he's into this game hard. Like, I wasn't just flirting with it. I was in this game hard. You know what I mean? So we connected. We sat down, and it wasn't just nephew and uncle no more. It was business, and it was a good thing, man. So we did it for a while, and we still do business to this day. You know what I'm saying? And I was general managing his situation for a while and managing him. And matter of fact, I did this one magazine. I did the magazine cover for 110. You know what I'm saying? I was the first and only male model to ever grace, 110 magazine, their cover. And he's in, you know what I'm saying? He's in that issue as well. You know what I'm saying? So, we did a lot of things, some shows. We actually went on tour together. You know what I'm saying? I had a chance to actually go on tour, you know what I'm saying, with my uncle about 2 years back. You know what I'm saying? We went on tour and hit a couple of states, did a couple of good gigs, man, rocked a couple of stadiums, so that was cool, man. It was like a old school legends tour, and it was cool. They ripped the house down. I'm still learning a lot from that, you know what I'm saying? So that's a beautiful thing, man. So I talk to him like, shit, like every other day. I chop it up with him, you know what I'm saying? We talking about he gonna charge me for all the times I call him. I'll be just soaking that information up, man. That he was there at that time, when hip hop was the denim jeans and the Pumas with the no shoelaces, and the niggas was rocking, all the leather stuff. Like, they was there, with the rooftop and all that in Harlem, and the Autobahn and all that, man. Like, he was in that era. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just proud to get all that information. You know what I'm saying? And then to do business with him. Shit, yeah, we got some bread together. Yeah.